Hi, everybody. Welcome. Can you see and hear me okay? Hi, Fiona. Hello to my gorgeous mods. Jackie, I don't know why you're not a mod for this, but I'll fix it tonight. Oh, Fiona, you're so sweet. I'm so flippin' nervous. Okay, so from the very beginning, I just want to say this. I am not a grief counselor. I am not a medical professional. We're just going to, hi, Ms. JJ. We are just going to be discussing as friends ways to cope with our grief. And I hope it will be an uplifting time for all of us. So I need to say, none of this is meant as medical or psychological or therapeutical advice. Okay. And if anyone is feeling that they're in the depths of depression, you must call your doctor. And if it's even worse, you need to seek emergency help. Okay. Which is okay. It's okay. I'd like to put up some graphics that I found. Well, I made them, but I found the information. And I thought that might just kind of lead us off. And then I'll drop the link for Fiona and Dave. And after that, anybody else who would like to come up. I do want to say, be gentle with me. I am new. I had a dry run yesterday with my friends, which went well, but I may mess up at any point. So let me get this started. So I need to do this. Okay. Whoa. Oh, I'd like to be smaller than that, actually. There we go. I think we've all seen this. Okay. The 5 stages of grief, we've all heard about it. But this is what you're told: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. And then what really happens is all modeled together. You might not start with denial, you might start with anger, you might start with depression, and it all gets all jumbled up. And it keeps going. It keeps going. You keep going in and out of the different stages. Okay. Now, here's a very interesting study I found, or information from a study. And boy, did it hit home with me big time. So I found this extremely interesting, and I found it to really apply to me. And I really haven't spoken to anyone else about it, but let me see later on when you come up, or we in the chat, you can let us know if this also resonates with you. Okay. So scientists studying grief noticed something families kept quiet about. The heaviest waves often don't hit at the start. The brain works so hard to keep us functioning in the first few weeks that the real crash comes later. Heart rate data from grief labs showed a delayed stress spike around the third or fourth month. Okay. People think that they're quote unquote doing better, but the body is now only letting the feelings through. I wonder if I have to remove each thing before I add another, or if I can just add them on top of each other. That might become confusing, though. So researchers found that the memory centers stay numb right after a loss. That was so true for me. I don't know how I planned the funeral and got through it. It's almost like the brain protecting itself. When that numbness fades, small things suddenly hurt again. A sound, a smell, an empty chair. Brain scans showed that memories become sharper around this stage, which makes the emotions stronger. People often say, "Why now?" Because you think, wow, I'm handling this really well. And you get all, you feel better about it. And then, even though it's normal for this to happen, it kind of hits you hard. And the wave isn't random, it's the brain finally letting the details come back. I'm going to remove these from the studio because I'm going to get all messed up. There we go. And the next slide. No, that's not what I want. Okay. Another part in this study, this is still the study, another part of the timeline appears around month 6. The daily routines that used to distract the mind stop working as well. Stress hormones drop from their early peak, and the nervous system no longer blocks sadness the same way. Researchers saw sleep patterns shift at this point, making emotions harder to manage. Families often think they're slipping backwards, but it's just the next layer showing up. Okay. Grief scientists found that waves of sadness and grief return when the brain tests whether the world is safe without the person who left. It tries small reminders to see how much the body can handle. If the moment feels too heavy, the wave grows. If it feels safe, the wave passes faster. This testing phase can happen many times, even when someone feels stable. This isn't much longer, so bear with me. I think this is the next one. Nope. So we're on the last one. The last slide says, okay. The final part of the timeline surprised the researchers the most. Around a year, the brain checks the loss in a deeper way, not as shock, but as reality. This stage often feels quieter, but heavier. People can function well during the day, but feel sudden sadness at night. The wave doesn't mean failure. It means the brain is rebuilding its map of life. Each wave is the system learning how to live with a space. So I found that extremely interesting. And when Fiona and Dave, when you come up in a moment, let me know how that resonated with you. Let me just check the comments. I don't want to miss anybody. Oh, Jackie has her wrench now. That's crazy. So let me just say hi to everybody that I can. Denise, Debs, Denise, thank you for coming. Oh, Lady Namune, thank you. Zeph, of course, always there, always beside us. Oh, Lady, if you can't stay, that's fine. You can always watch it back, hon. Jackie, Fiona, of course. Oh, Rosalind, thank you for coming again. She popped into my very first live at Thanksgiving. It was only 15 minutes long, but I didn't know if anybody could see me. And she popped in and said hi, which was so nice. Hello, Faith, Dave, Becky. Is it Rosalind? Yes. Okay. I want to make sure it wasn't Rosalind. Yusha, hi, hun. Sonia, Miss JJ, so good to see you. Petra Maria, hi, hun. It's been a while. Yeah, say hi to everybody. I hope the people. Oh, Venus, hi. Oh, dear, I'm hoping that was deleted. That's not going to fly here, Venus. So just you can just go away. People, unbelievable. That's not going to happen here. Just to let you know, any lurkers, don't even bother. The mods will get you. Not tolerating any cruelty today. All right, let me drop the link for these beautiful people. I just hope I see them in the backstage. Yesterday, that was a problem. Let's wait for them to come up. Hi, Tristina. Thank you for coming. Hi, Fiona. Hi. Can I hear you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. Thank you. I don't know why I'm so big, though. Oh, that's better. Come
Hi,
on, Dave. Oh, there's Dave. Oh, brilliant. Hi, guys. How are you?
Hello.
Dave, it's your face. It's not your avatar. That's wonderful. It's such a personal subject. I'm glad we can be ourselves.
Yeah, I really
So,
didn't want an avatar like for this. So I went out and bought a laptop yesterday.
now, Fiona, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you today, Cindy?
It's a tough day. I'm okay. I'm glad that I did this, which is kind of a strategy I'll show later to plan things so you can deal with things better. Did
Yeah.
did any of that resonate with you about the timeline and the brain and all? No?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
It did.
Because yeah, go on, Dave.
Sorry, no, I was going to say it did for me because the first, well, for me, God, the first couple of weeks was just so manic. But you can, and for me, it's been a lot longer than you ladies, but you can walk past somebody and just smell their perfume, and it'll remind you of,
oh.
it reminds me of my wife and things
Yeah,
like that, and it just can come at any time.
I should have introduced you guys. Fiona is in Gibraltar, and her dear Graham passed on March 4th. So she's still in year one. I hit year one today. In fact, this is about the time the police came to the house, 3 o'clock.
No. Oh no, I
Um,
didn't know that.
yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? And Dave's in Australia, and Dave, you're approaching 12 or 13 years.
On the 28th of December, it'll be 13.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So that's why I asked you, because I was hoping for your perspective about how, how things what we might look forward to. I mean, I know grief is very personal. And I know I said widows and widowers for this, but there's so much that is the same across the board. And then you throw in the variable of us being different people and reacting to things different ways. So it's so complicated. But I think across the board, there's some similarities, no matter who we've lost. And Dave, you're an example of, someone who is continuing to grieve in whatever way at this point, and it's 13 years out. And that's one thing I wanted to say, that nobody should ever judge how long or how short someone should grieve. The shaming that goes on is terrible. Like, I have a friend who lost her husband. She got married again fairly quickly, and people really jump on that. So if you're not moving on, if you choose not to move on in a relationship, that is up to you. But if you do, it's also up to them, and nobody should say anything about it.
For
But
me,
Fiona,
and just so people know, uh, sorry,
go ahead. Go ahead, Dave.
I was just going to say, for me, just so people know, so I lost my wife when she was in childbirth with my twins. So they turned 13 on the 27th of December, but through God's will, she didn't pass on the 27th of December. She got a good 3 hours with babies, and actually passed on the 28th of December. And I'm so thankful for that it's not on the day of the twins' birthday.
Oh,
But yeah, you'll have people, I find, in the first year especially, that might put their head down if they see you at the shop because they don't know what to say, and pretend they don't see you. But then this far along, I've had people say to me, I should be over it, go get another woman, things like that. And I mean, I had my soulmate, I was lucky. A lot of people don't get that. She's gone now, and, I'm not going to go get another woman, like that's just me, but there's no right or wrong way to grieve either.
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I think for both of you, you've both had a really shocking experience. I didn't realise the police came to your door, Cindy. I'd assumed it was an illness. I had no idea.
Yeah. 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 He left that morning and didn't come home. But and it wasn't an accident. They assume it was a heart attack. But it also could have been a brain event, like a clot or something. The over here, I don't know how it is there. The autopsies are really only done if foul play is suspected, and it wasn't for him. So
Right. That's a really. So you two have really had double grief, because when it's a long-term illness, there's a huge adjustment period that you don't even realise you're going through because you're fearing the worst all the time. That was completely different for both of you guys. Well, I don't know, Dave. I mean, were there any concerns, or was it was just like, oh my God?
No, so she had, Rebecca had a cesarean, and my son was born at 10:52 p.m. My daughter was born at 10:55 p.m. and everything was fine. And she was holding the babies. She got to nurse the babies. At about 2:30 on the 28th, she just said, "Oh, feeling really tired," and she started to get a bit flushed. And then maybe it was about 5 minutes later, all the alarms started going off, beep, 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 at the hospital, and she started bleeding and hemorrhaging. But because of the anesthesia, she didn't feel it, and it was rushed straight into surgery, and that was it then, But yeah, there was no warning whatsoever.
right. I'm so sorry. Isabella, hi, honey. Thank you for coming. Yeah, Fiona, when there's an illness, yeah, that's very interesting that you said that. There's a transition or a preparation that you're not even aware of.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anyone out there who's had that, it's no picnic, but I feel that what you guys have gone through is a very shocking, sudden. I mean, I can't imagine if it would have happened like the day or week after Graham was diagnosed. That, without anybody, without Ben, without Faith having any chance at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, there's nothing good. There's pros and, well, it's just different. It's just different. You got to say goodbye, but Mike would have been really upset if he suffered, like Graham did. He often said, just, I hope God just takes me. And he did. Talk about a prayer being answered.
Yeah.
But I would like to, how do you feel going into the holidays? Fiona, you celebrate Christmas. Do you also celebrate Hanukkah?
No, I don't. We've got a menorah someone gave me years ago. We're not Jewish.
Okay.
But yeah, we do Christmas. I've always done Christmas. I love Christmas. And this year it's just going to be different. I haven't been dreading it. I'm quite looking forward to it, actually. It's going to be just different.
That's right. That's wonderful to hear. Are you doing your live?
Yeah, I think I'll probably do a series of lives building up to it.
Oh,
How
good.
about you guys? Are you doing got all
Excellent.
Christmas planned?
What are you doing, Dave? Are you doing Christmas?
We just do yeah, we're doing Christmas. We do, even though it's summer over here, we still do the hot Christmas lunch. So we'll all traipse over, and there's about 30 like immediate family members, and we'll traipse over to my sister's. Mum used to do it, but she's getting a bit old now, so we go to my sister's place. Mum will still do a lot of the cooking, but we do the hot roast, dinner, and have the bonbons, and sit around the table with the hat, those silly hats on, and that at Christmas, and just enjoy the day. And then I get Boxing Day to rush home and clean the house before I have everybody over for the twins' birthday.
Yeah. Wow. Well, my daughter's coming up from Florida with her family, and my son lives nearby, so he'll be here. So I'll be busy. This is my second Christmas. So last year was really tough because it was only, a couple weeks after. And then his funeral was 3 days after Christmas. So it's a big blur. But still, that initial Christmas is gone, is done with. And I'm relieved. I'm relieved. I know some people in the chat were saying year 2 is worse than year 1. I've seen both ways. I think for me, the first being over will be good. And I feel a little bit more prepared emotionally to go into year 2, even though it may be more difficult because I need to move and things like that. It's just a good idea for me not to be in a house with all the maintenance, and like my house is ready to sell now. I don't want to stay here and risk some big system going down, like the heating. And we have a big yard, and it's too much. So I'll be moving next year, which I know is going to be very bittersweet, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So I hope my year 2 isn't worse. Zephyr. Zephyr's saying it's worse. And someone else agreed. Kat? Yeah. Okay, Kat, it's year 4 for you. So what I want to do is show some holiday strategies while you 2 are up, and then we will ask anyone else up who wants to come. Did you guys want to say anything else about what we were talking about? No? Okay.
I don't think so.
Just on please, Fiona, because I watched your live last year as well, with the kids, and it was so fantastic. And just people in the chat, there's people who are alone at Christmas, and there were people in the chat with your live saying thank you, like I feel like I'm part of a family.
I am. The only thing I'd add is that I just can't bear the thought of the house at Christmas. That's why I'm going to be on the boat, I think.
Uh-huh. Well, see, that's a strategy that you took.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't had Christmas on the boat since 2015, I think, was probably 10 years ago. The last time we had Christmas on the boat. So, and the kids were very little, and it was very, very different. So there's absolutely no memories of Christmas on the boat, and Graham not being well. And I think that does help a lot.
Smart.
That yeah.
Well, I looked up, I gathered some information about preparing for the holidays. And this was just plan ahead. Anxiety leading up to the holidays can feel heavier than the season itself. So if you prepare in advance, and just like Fiona said,
for me, the
that's
whole
brilliant.
month itself.
What?
December's a very, I said for me, it's the whole month of December itself. It's a really mixed bag for me because, I've got this great, the twins' birthday and Christmas, and then the anniversary as well. So it's a very mixed bag, December, but having the family around and trying to be as normal as possible, and not tiptoe. Like I've said to my family, please don't tiptoe around anything. Like it's okay to say her name. It's okay to, to acknowledge that she's not hip and was, you know. So yeah, that's the worst thing I think for me. Anyone can do is tiptoe around it.
Yes, yes. Well, we want to honor them, you know. Okay, so just
Actually, oh, sorry.
go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was going to say I'm the one who puts my head down and avoids eye contact. Even now, if I see people around and I think, oh, I haven't seen them in ages, I just put my head down and think, oh God, because I know they're going to say, how are you? How's Graham? And I don't really want to go through that conversation every time I see someone. So if I see anyone I know, and it's a small place, Jib, I go in the shop or I avoid it.
I can understand that. I can understand that completely.
I've always been like that, Fiona.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think I've always been like that, actually, to a certain extent anyway.
Oh, so this is just really saying know your limits and let friends and family know about them. No harm in that.
Yeah.
I think that's great. And then I'm going to keep flipping us. Oh, Fiona, do you know if I put up multiple pictures on, will they just go on top of each other, or do I have to remove each one on StreamYard?
I'm not sure. Normally I do share screen. So if there's a load of window, you have windows open on your computer or laptop, and then I just share whichever one. So I think it's okay.
I just feel like we're bouncing around.
No, it's great. You're doing great. I love your TV in the background with the flames.
Oh, thank you.
That's so cozy.
Looks great.
Okay. Oh, no, this is the completely wrong one.
Look at his mug. It says favorite kid.
What?
Dave's mug. It says favorite kid. I bet my daughter saw that.
James got me that.
Okay, it automatically puts you on the left. Okay.
He's 3 minutes older and he doesn't let anybody forget it.
Oh, so this just says don't let other people determine what you should or shouldn't do. You don't have to do anything. You have the right to do what you want to do and accept your limitations. You might not be able to do all the things you've always done. Like I didn't put up every decoration this time. I really didn't even want to decorate, but I'm doing it for my family. So yeah, I scaled back on decorating for sure. But the dinner cooking I really enjoy, so I'm going to go all out with that. That's my love language. So
I'm going to try something different this year because I'm not sure. I think it's going to be just me. I'm preparing myself for it to be just me rather than build up if Ben's going to be here because he comes and goes. So and the cat. So of course the cat. I think I'm probably going to try and do something fancy like duck or I don't know. I'm going to dinner for one, so I can go crazy this year and try and do that. Yeah, the cat will just have her biscuits, same as usual.
Duck. Oh, that sounds so good. Oh, so you can involve your children in discussions about what they would like to do. You and your family may decide to keep everything the same or change everything. And then if you've got parties and stuff to go to, find out who's going to be there, how long it's expected to last, whether you need to do anything to prepare for it. As a family, brainstorm ways you and your children want to respond to questions or offers of help from others. I don't have that problem. I'm not going anywhere.
Me neither. How about you, Dave?
That's a really good point.
You've got
yeah.
You've got a lot of social stuff.
So you can identify with number 5?
I've got loads of family around. Well, number 5 especially because, and what I wasn't ready for is as the kids are getting older, they've started to ask questions, and how do I answer them? You know, and then I've got Ava's turning 13, and she's going to have girly things that she's going to be too embarrassed to ask Dad about. So I discreetly buy things and leave them in her bathroom, but I'm really trying to encourage her to talk to her aunties and that. So yeah, that's number 5 is really, really great one
Oh,
for me.
yeah, that's good that she has aunts that she can talk to about that. Bless her heart.
Yeah, because God forbid, she wants to talk to Dad about that sort of thing.
Oh. Yeah, this is just about communicating with your family about different feelings and preferences. Oh, that's the same one. Wow. Sorry, guys.
Well, I mean, we led quite an isolated existence, actually. I mean, we've got friends that we see in real life from time to time, but I mean, really, it was just, oh, thanks, Faith. It was just the two of us. We weren't like big socializers at all. We weren't pub drinkers or um, going to parties or anything. So now it's just me and the cat. She's a great conversationalist. The cat. The cat has helped a lot. I mean, do you have pets, Cindy?
I do. I have a little dog, Brody. He's a little Bichon. Yeah,
And that helps, doesn't it? I find that helps.
definitely. Yeah, Brody's a big snuggler, so he's been my rock this year for sure. And my son from Florida has flown up twice, and I have 2 long distance children and 1 close by, and everybody's been great. My neighbors have been great. Just wonderful. Oh, and yeah, this is hard to do for me, ask for help. But you have to. I don't know about cleaning and cooking and all, but I've definitely needed help in the very beginning with running errands because I couldn't go out in the very beginning. Um,
For me, I remember in the beginning, it was, yeah, like I didn't want to ask for help in the family, but in the first week, I was having to learn how to feed 2 babies at the same time, change nappies at the same time, and also try and arrange a funeral, and
oh,
um, and yeah, and but for me, asking anybody for help, it was really, really hard, but I was so grateful for it. And now I'm getting help, like I said, with my daughter, with the little tricky questions that she doesn't want to ask Dad about. I've got loads of people where I can ask, either her cousins or her aunties to help me to help her.
right.
Yeah, I
And
totally.
then
Yeah, I relate. I relate to what Isabella's said there. Definitely.
yeah. And then we have to find time for rest. Even if you're not a nap person, it may become necessary and it's okay. And the healthy eating, it's not one thing I've done. That's not something I've done. I've gained weight. Fiona, I think you said at one point this year you had lost quite a bit, right?
What of
Weight.
sleeping?
No,
Oh
weight.
wait, oh wait. Well, I don't think that's because of grief. I've just gone back to eating the way I did before I was with Graham.
Oh,
Graham
good.
he liked snacks. He was always, "Are you hungry? You must be hungry. You must have something." And I say, "Don't keep saying that. Don't keep saying that," because I'm not actually hungry. But he loved to have a snack. And since he's not around, I've gone back to eating the way I used to.
Good. Good.
Oh my God, Kit Kat! I didn't know that. Kit Kat says her home went from 7 to 4 over the past several years, including her son.
Yeah, she
And
lost her son.
oh my God.
I
I'm
don't know
so
what
sorry,
number.
Kat.
Kat, he has a book though, right? Your son did a book. You can put that in the comments. How to get it.
I mean, I find it helps. I feel they're all there. Everyone of my family. that's died, I feel they're, you know, I just can see that. I not see them. That sounds crazy. I can sense them. Like I can feel like it's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas, and I feel Graham in the boat.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. We have to open
I'm the
ourselves to
same,
that.
and
Go ahead, Dave.
yeah, I'm the same. And we on our Christmas tree, or on my Christmas tree, we put something on the tree. Everyone who's passed, so a little, you know, whether it be a watch or a ring or whatever it is, there's something from everybody who's died, that from my great grandmother, the one that survived the Titanic, all the way through. And I mean,
Oh, wow.
before
Yes, of
this
course.
happened to me,
I remember. I
yeah,
remember you saying that.
yeah, we've got the tapes of her and talking about surviving the Titanic and things like that. It's great. Like that, I find that really soothing to listen to that if I'm having like a hard day. But yeah, little mementos just on the tree of everybody, and that way then I feel they're included with Christmas. And my mum started that tradition too.
Yeah.
I really do believe it. I mean, I can feel them. If I've got stress or if there's something I know they would have laughed at or been interested in, it depends. Sometimes it's my gran, sometimes it's my mum, sometimes it's my dad. And I mean, Graham, it just feels like Graham's here all the time. And I don't know, maybe that's a coping mechanism. Or maybe I really, really do feel that's, yes, Tracina, I really do. I mean, I can just sense them. I can imagine all of them going right
I
back to
think
my
that he,
grandparents in our house, you know.
You were talking about feeling them with you, and then face appeared above you in the dark.
Did you want to say something?
I've actually been stood behind her for about 15 minutes. My head's so large you can't see me.
I thought she was at the house.
No, I've been here all day.
Hello, dear. Here's some ideas to honor our loved ones. Light a memorial candle. Invite other children and family members to share memories. Write a card or letter to the person who passed. Write memories on strips of paper and use them to create a paper chain. You could even put it around the tree. Hang a special decoration in memory of the person, such as a wreath or stocking. If a stocking is used, family members can place cards or pieces of paper with memories inside, and then buy a gift the person would have liked and donate it to charity, which I think is a lovely idea. It's a really neat idea.
Yeah, my dad used to do this thing. There's a family grave. His mother died when I think she was 52 from pleurisy. So that was a sudden thing, like you guys had. And I think my dad was about 21 when it happened. So she has a grave, and my dad would always buy a holly wreath at Christmas because her name was Holly, and take it to the grave. And he did it all the time, every year without fail. So I took over from him doing it. And then one year I went to take the wreath there, and I really just didn't feel he was anywhere near that grave. And I felt him saying, I'm on the boat with you. So I took it home.
Wow. That's amazing.
Beautiful.
So Kat, here's the details about her son. He was an author, or I'm sorry, her husband was an author. His first book was based on his diary in Vietnam. He was an intel advisor in the army, so his story is quite different. It's called A Queen's Rook, A Soldier's Story by Croft Bargid.
That looks so amazing. Cool.
You know that book? Oh, okay. Well, that's all I have in graphics. Everybody's probably saying, thank goodness.
No, not at all. I mean, I didn't even know that there was that kind of advice out there.
Yeah, it's really, really good advice. And some of it, like, you know, first time I've seen it, really resonated with me, you know, and I had no idea it was coming. And I think too, it's not just spouses. I mean, people lose, you know, everything, grandparents, you know, like aunties, uncles, and grieving's just the same. You know, it doesn't matter who it is, it's all valid, and grieve how it feels right for you to grieve, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. That's the biggest advice I could give.
Yeah. I'm just going through the comments because I want everybody to feel seen. It's interesting running a live and you're in 3 different places at once. I have much more.
If you can hear background noise, it's bin day and they're emptying the bins outside. So if you
I
hear
don't
loud
hear
noise.
anything. Oh, Jackie. And then once I get through these, I will put the link down. That's very true, Denise. I'm glad now that the decorations are out, I just have to place them. I wanted to wait through today because I think some of you know that Mike's and my last day together on December 8th was decorating. So it was a real trigger for me. So I'm going to start decorating tomorrow. I mean, everything's out, but I just have to place it. Oh.
I haven't even started yet.
We did ours last Sunday, and
oh dear.
Cover the kit in tinsel.
So if I had my way, Fiona, I'd put the Christmas tree up Christmas Eve and take it down Boxing Day.
It takes a lot for me to get the energy together, and it's silly because it's not that difficult. And then I really don't want to take them down. I love the fairy lights and stuff. Well, I've got my spectacular 60-centimeter Christmas tree coming this year, so that's going to be a nice, easy one. I'm quite happy about that.
Yeah, there's nothing. A quiet house is just. It's tough to take. I'm used to it now, but it was really hard in the beginning.
Yeah. I'm glad that I felt I really threw myself like crazy into DIY painting. Yeah. I mean, I actually look back and I can't believe how much I did in those few months, and I think that's the brain keeping you busy to try and stop you from thinking about it. I mean, I don't know, did you guys do things like that, like crazy cleaning, fixing things, or did you come much more grinding halt? Because I mean, that's the other thing. I think I would be struggling a lot more if I'd gone grinding halt and if everything was still the same. It's been like doing my cabin was really hard because that Graham was very, very established in there. He dominated the bedroom a lot. I mean, there are 3 drawers that have got to be 3 foot deep each, long. They're really long when you pull them out. They are all full of his little knickknacks. Both wardrobes, almost 100% for Graham's stuff. I mean, he was like a real, I'd be Barbie, he's Crystal Ken. He had every outfit you can imagine for a dude. And all the shelves were great. It was just really, really Graham's cabin. So I was dreading that. And it's always been very dark rooms, and very difficult to light. So I was dreading that as well. And it wasn't until I did the bathroom white, I thought, well, I'm going to just do it a little area at a time and work through his things. And I'm really glad I did that. It was depressing and it's been a struggle. And the other week, even Trevor, I said to Trevor, I just can't do that last part of the wardrobe. He said, come on, you can. There's a paint roller there. I'll put the phone down. Just go now and paint that now. And I feel so much better now it's done. And then I've been able to go through all his bits. And I'm going to make a display cabinet of his stuff now. I've got the room organized. I don't know. So you guys did you do the same?
Awesome.
Mike and I had a business together and I went full tilt working. Yeah.
And for me, I was just so busy with the babies, I didn't have time to come. And I'm sort of glad in a way, actually, I didn't have time to come to a grinding halt, because for probably the first 12 months while I was learning to do everything and try and get a routine and everything like that, I really didn't have time to stop to do anything. It was probably when they started school and when I was home alone and things like that, that's where it hit me. So probably was year 4 or 5 where it really hit me the hardest, when I had time on my hands again, you know. And
Yeah.
I mean, I was really lucky when the twins were born. I had 12 months off work paid leave, you know, because I had long service and all that. So
Oh, thank
I
God.
didn't have to rush
Oh,
back to work, which was good as well. And that
thank
was really
goodness.
helpful. But it took me 4 years before I could actually bring myself to take out, you know, her clothing and things like that, you know. That was the hardest part. And then once that, and I mean, I'd just been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. But once it was done, it was just like, I can breathe a little bit, I think, you know.
Yeah. I
And there's
still
no
have,
right or wrong way to do that either.
no, I still have to do that. I gave some clothes to the kids and I did send some stuff to Goodwill, but I still have his closet to do with all his suits and
That's hard.
the suit he
But you're
wore
strong.
to
You
my
can do
daughter's
it.
wedding and stuff like that. Carla's comment here, this grief is a sign of a good relationship, isn't it? Do you think? I think that the deeper the love, the deeper the grief for sure. Yeah. That's what I've heard. And that grief is love with no place to go is a huge quote that I agree with.
And what was it the Queen said? Grief is the price we pay for love.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not it's kind of comparable when you have a pet that has become, you know, part of the family and that you love deeply and they die and grief is the price that we paid for loving, just like you said. Staying
And
busy.
I'd never ever had a pet in my whole life, and we only got a few months ago our little King Charles Spaniel Pickles now, you know, and like and now I can't even imagine not ever having her. Like that surprised me is how quickly I've come to like this bloody puppy.
Yeah, they really become members of the family.
Yeah,
I mean, very much so. Little furry, or you know, maybe not furry, but the pets.
I'd
Pets
never
are
understood
huge.
that before. And I once made it, I regret it now. I once made a big mistake, you know, because a friend lost their puppy. And the first thing I said to him was, "Oh, when are you going to get another one?" And now if someone said that to me, I'd be like, you know, like,
Yeah.
lesson learned.
My friend Angela's here, my real life friend. She said a few months after her husband passed, his name was Jimmy, I wrote to him as if he was out to sea.
Oh,
Oh,
I love that.
Keep Dex up. And David. What? Dave, does that mean anything to you, that comment? Okay. Oh, Angela, stay busy. She redid her stairs, stripped them, sanded them, and restained them. There you go, Fiona. You have a DIY person in the chat.
Because I'm one of those people. I'm either frantically doing DIY or complete couch potato. I don't seem to be in the middle. So if I get depressed, I go for the couch, and then it's really difficult to get myself going. And I know I'm like that. So once I get busy,
Mm-hmm.
it does help a lot.
Right. I'm the same way. And lady says she came to a grinding halt. She couldn't save her son. Oh, I'm so sorry. So sorry.
And even that's the thing that I've learned. There's always people that are worse off, I think, you know. And when I feel a bit sorry for myself from time to time, you know, I think that, you know, there's always somebody worse off. I mean, I've never lost a child. You know, I don't think there's anything that could be worse than that.
I agree with you, Dave. I agree. That's
Trevor,
a whole other ball game.
Yeah.
Anybody can come up. We can fit 6 people up here. So if you'd like to come on.
I'm gonna go and get some more water in a minute.
Okay.
If I disappear, don't worry. I've just gone for
Oh, I should tell everybody who doesn't know, Fiona is on a boat, in case you didn't catch that. She lives on a boat. She has a house, but she's living on a boat.
Look at Trev's comment. It'll need to be cabinet, Fiona.
yeah. Well, Graham left. I won't say what Graham left. Graham left a lot of stuff behind, and he had a lot of cool stuff. Not things I would buy, but I mean a lot of stuff. And there's a cabinet at the back of the cabin, and I'm going to make it into one of these really cool display cabinets where when you open the doors, lights come on and things come out. And I've discussed it with Ben and Faith, and we've all got ideas. It's going to be like a secret cupboard, and everything will be on display in there. So,
Oh, that's cool. I
Can't
like
wait
that.
to see that. Yeah. And that's the other thing. It's okay to laugh as well. Like the first time I think I laughed on the anniversary, I felt so guilty, but it is okay to laugh.
I've heard that. I felt guilty. I felt guilty in moments of happiness too. But I think we need to remember what would they want for us?
Yeah.
They would want us to be happy. And Ms. Vijay says grief becomes like an unwanted house guest that just refuses to leave. It lingers. A song on the radio still gets to her.
Yeah.
Oh, and yeah, Angela had 5 Bichons dogs after her husband died.
oh, 5 Bichons. Oh dear, Denise, I am sorry about that. Oh my God.
No, parents should not have to bury their children. That's a whole different ball of wax.
Yes, I think so. I think so.
Yeah. Angela, hi, sweetie.
Hi.
How you doing, beautiful?
Well, hanging in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look great.
Oh, thank you. So do you. You want to tell your story, hon?
Oh, yeah. Now I hear echoes.
Oh, do you have
Yeah.
YouTube running in the background?
Probably. All right.
If you just mute it.
I just X'd out of it.
Okay. You sound good to me.
Thank you.
Yeah, I couldn't even hear you, Echo.
I'm getting there. I'm still working on a 4-year recovery from COVID.
Oh, we almost lost Angela.
Wow.
Yeah, my voice is not quite there. I don't know if it ever will be, but I was on the vent for almost 90 days, and this was after my husband passed. And then, well, I was hospitalized for 3 months, and then, had home health care come in and, teach me how to sit up, and how I couldn't eat. I mean, I couldn't feed myself because my hands were really shaky. It was a mess. So, but before all that, I came down with COVID in August 21.
You had the dreaded D variant, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember.
Ugh. And so I had, let's see, that was, okay, and my husband passed St. Patrick's Day in March 2018. And he had diverticulitis. So he went in for surgery, and they gave him it's a temporary ileoscopy bag. And of course I was working. So, and our youngest daughter was still in high school, and he would lie, because a PT nurse would come by. He said, no, I walked around the table, down the hall. I wasn't there to, tell the nurse. No, he didn't. He was hurting and all that. And it just came into, really, he wasn't recovering as good as he should. So a couple of weeks later, he went into the bedroom to change, and I followed him, and his eyes were really big, and he was, gasping for air. And he said, I got to go back and sit down, because I even bought him a lift chair. And when he sat down, I got a damp paper towel, and I put it, right there on the armrest, and said, when you're ready. I didn't want to do it. And then he, I saw him lay back, and his eyes go up, and then that was it. So the rough part was, one of the rough parts was I had to wake up my daughter. Well, my son did, because he came over. And so, I mean, my heart just went out to her because she was sleeping. You know, she was she had already graduated high school. So she's about 23 at the time. And, you know, he had to wake her up. And it's just like, can you imagine a sibling? I don't have any siblings, but anybody waking you up and telling you that dad's not breathing, you know.
Yeah.
So that was rough. And of course, you know, they came out and worked on him for 45 minutes. I just,
Oh, bless them.
yeah, that wasn't, you know, 45 minutes is so. I thought because of where we live, we came from Norfolk after 25 years. So everything was military. And so out here in Christiansburg, out in the mountains, is there a place where, you know, a veteran could be buried? And sure enough, there was one close by. But anyway, I'm just, you know, rambling on. But I went into, I guess, like a robot mode from there, and just wrote things down, called, reminded myself, okay, I need to call these people. I need to do that, do this, do that, you know. So I kind of kept myself busy. And so we had friends to come up and visit us, and she could tell that I hadn't cried. So she had put on some faith music. I don't remember the song, but she would ask me questions, and that's when I lost it. And it was good. It was a good release, you know.
Oh, good.
So, you know, it's.
See that comment, Angela? You are not rambling.
Okay. Thank you. But, yeah. And then just, you know, you figure 6 months later, I started with the stairs, and I was like, why did I do this? It's like, okay, well, I've got to finish now, you know, because I did pay somebody to paint the inside, because that's when I started, you know, not doing away with the old, but, you know, incorporating new stuff, you know. And so that helped a lot too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But.
So you felt that you went on like autopilot and you were really energetic in the beginning. Did you crash at any point or no?
No. Well, I don't know if I really crashed, but I did tell myself, you know, just, this is real, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to have a bad day, then damn it, have a bad day, you know. If you're going to have a good day, good, because that's what he wants.
Did you do anything special that first Christmas?
No.
Okay.
No. As a matter of fact, I can't even remember. It was typically everybody spends the night, you know, Christmas Eve, and then we get up early and open presents and then fix breakfast, and then the kids go on home for a few hours, and then they come back for dinner. So that's basically, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was the last one in his family to pass, because they weren't very healthy. A lot of diabetes in there, heart problems.
Mm-hmm.
So he was 63, 9 days before he turned 64. So
That's so young.
Too young.
Yeah.
So tell everybody your rainbow.
Yes. It was just meant to be. I get on, you know, like social media, like everybody else does. And I've got to hand it to Facebook, because, you know, one of my friends that I knew back in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, on the base, my dad was in the Navy. You know, I was in the band, played the clarinet. And yes. So this guy, he's not just a guy. I'm telling you, he's a godsend. We got to talking, you know, and we had throughout the years. I knew about his wife and kids. He knew about my husband and kids. You know, how you doing? How's it going? Blah, blah, blah. So he started calling me a little bit more, after Jimmy passed, just to check on me and stuff. And then I think the second or third time he called me, he said he was divorced. Ooh. So I hadn't seen him in 43 years, and I've seen him online. He's a Christian. He's just everything. He's everything. So long story short, we get to talking in 2019, and he said that in high school he had a big crush on me, and I went, really? I said, why didn't you tell me? And he said, well, he said, I was shy. And I said, well, I guess I was too. To act crazy amongst your friends is different than crazy about a boy. So, and then we just started talking more and more. And I said that I'm having feelings. And by God, he stayed. He was born and raised in Guantanamo. He says he can become president. He's just not tall enough. So, and so anyway, his company was based out of Germany. And he said, we're having a 50th year, party and all that. It's in Germany. Do you want to go with me? And I was like, I trust this guy. I trust him. I don't know. I just trust him. And so I did. And, I flew down to Jacksonville. That's where he was. Cause after Cuba, he went into the Air Force, and then he lived in Florida for 40 years. And then he just upright, moves up here, puts a house generator in. God got a new roof. I mean, it's not like the place was falling apart, but he just, added to it.
Vince is an overachiever.
He really is. He really is. I mean, you can't give him a compliment because he's it's all God. It's all him,
Yes.
Listen to me.
Well, I'll never forget when you had COVID and you were in the hospital, and he stood in the bed of his pickup truck every night.
Yeah.
And prayed.
And it went
under your window.
Yes. And I don't remember that because he was showing me some of the old pictures. And as a matter of fact, he showed me the one that apparently went viral, with him being in the truck. He wasn't only, he wasn't just praying for me. He was praying for the staff and for everybody else in the hospital. So that was just amazing. So he took my girls, my daughters out and my son for lunch, and just wanted to get to know them and let them know I'm not here to replace your dad.
Right. He's never.
Never.
He's and in fact he lauds he lauds Jimmy.
Yeah.
All the time. So
yeah, he does. And it's just it's amazing. It really is.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of that, the hurt was gone. Because I was so blessed, over a year later.
Right.
And so.
Well, that's what I meant before when I first started about this. Everybody's different and every situation is different. And there should never be any kind of questioning of that. It's just, we should just want people to be happy.
Yeah.
So, does anybody else want to come up? If not, I'm probably going to shut this down. Don't want to push a good thing here. My first real live.
Yeah, that's great.
This has been fantastic.
Yes.
It's been great.
Well, it's only because of that dry run yesterday. StreamYard is very user friendly.
Mm.
It really is.
So it's like a Zoom?
It's kind of like a streaming Zoom. Yeah.
Wow.
It streams to YouTube, and StreamYard can, if you buy a high enough plan, it can, like I could be doing this on Facebook at the same time and other platforms. So
yeah.
Tracina put it succinctly, there are no rules when it comes to grief, period, end of story.
True.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah.
Well, I am absolutely thrilled that we did this. Did anybody have anything else to add?
Oh, just thank you for inviting me, Cindy. Like, I feel really honoured to be included as part of this. So thank
Oh,
you.
I feel honored that you agreed. I mean, you have a unique perspective. And everybody who's dealing with grief, whether you're lurking in the chat or came up, I wish you peace, and I wish you love, and I wish you happiness, and we're all going to get through this.
Yeah.
We're all going to get through this. Thank
And
you so
enjoy
much.
the holidays.
I
Enjoy
want-
Christmas.
Yeah, I wanted to say the same as Dave. I feel very honoured. Thank you very much for inviting me, Cindy.
Oh,
I
thrilled.
love that you're doing this, and you're not the only channel. You know that there's, I think, company on the internet. I think that makes a big difference to everybody, and especially channels where people can all join in. It's a little bit difficult now on my channel because it's frantic and it's very, royal family orientated, which is great because a lot of people like that. But a lot of people want to meet up with a group of friends as well and have a chat. And I think the internet is a wonderful thing.
I do too. It can be a wonderful thing. It really can be. Well, thank you so much. And I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. Thanks for being in the chat. Thanks for coming. Hit the like button, subscribe.
You got a point, right? Hit that button up there,
Hit
right?
that button up there.
Hit the like.
All right, everybody. Take care. God bless.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Merry
Bye,
Christmas.
everyone.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Bye.
Merry Christmas all.